क्या चल रहा है भाई लोग? बढ़िया। चलो, so without doing any kind of bakchodi, let's jump onto the problem which I would be explaining in this video. It's this called single number 2, and the problem statement is given a non-empty array. Every element appears thrice except one, which is occurring exactly once. Okay, and we need to find that number which is occurring only once. So in this example you can see 2 is occurring thrice. Answer would be 3, as it is only there in the array once, and example 2 answer is 99, as other 2 are occurring twice. So the most basic solution which will come to the minds of most of the people is use a map and store the number of occurrences of each of the elements, and after doing all the processing and check if the number of occurrences of a particular element is 1, that would be our answer. But in this approach we would be using O(n) space, and also if we are using ordered map, it can take n log n time, as find and insert operation in a map takes log n time. So we are not here to do it in that way. We are here to do it in a more efficient way. We would be using the magic of bits. So let me try to explain my approach using a diagram. Yep, we would be dealing with the bits. We will first consider the binary. We will consider the binary format of the number. Okay, and there can be two types of number. Let's call them T1 and T2, and the numbers of type T1 would be occurring thrice, and numbers of type T2, which is only a single number, which will only occur once. So we are sure, and we would be doing some processing on each of the bits. Let's say I'm talking about the ith bit. Okay, and in an integer we'd be having a maximum of 32 bits. Okay, so ith bit would be we would be considering the numbers if the ith bit of that number is set. Okay, so if any numbers is of type T1 and its ith bit is set, then we are sure that it will contribute 3 bits to the total number of occurrences of that bit. Okay, as it is occurring thrice. And if the number of type T2, which is only a single number in that array, if the ith bit of that number is set, means it will contribute only 1 bit to the total number of bits we would be having. So if there are such m numbers of type T1, then we are sure for the ith bit, m numbers of type T1 whose ith bit is set, then we are sure that for the contribution from T1 would be m into 3, and for if the ith bit of type T2 is set, the contribution to the ith bit from T2 would be 1. Okay, so this is the main idea behind my approach. It is not my approach, this approach which I am explaining right now. Okay, so we would be doing some processing for each of the bits of an integer, and will initialize the sum equal to 0. It will store the numbers of in our array which are having the ith bit set. Okay, the total numbers having ith bit is set, and this is the condition which tells us if the ith bit of nums j is set or not. If the ith bit is set, we will just increment sum by 1, and we will do it for each of the elements in an array. And at the end, if the value of sum is divisible by 3, it means this bit only occurred, or the only T1, only type T1 numbers of type T1 were present, not present, or the numbers of type T1 had this bit set. We are sure that the type T2 won't have that bit as set, because if it had been set by type T2, we are sure that this sum would not be equal to 0, because we are taking mod of 3, and so if sum is not equal to 0, we are just we are adding that value, that is 1 left should by I. You can say it 2 raised to the power I, and we are adding it to the answer. Initially we have initialized 0 to our answer. We will only pass this condition if the number which is occurring only once has that bit as set. I hope you understood the solution, please the approach, and we will do it for all the bits from 0th bit to 31st bit, from LSB to MSB, and at the end we are sure we would be getting our answer, the number which is occurring only once. And let's submit it. Oh wow, yeah, it should be a comment. Yep, it works. So yeah, I hope you liked the video. और यार अब नींद आ रहा है, मस्त सोएंगे थोड़े गाने वाने सुन के. And if you like our videos, please like and do subscribe. Till then, sayonara.